This is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. I have another exciting episode for you today. It's going to be a fairly quick one at that. One of the questions that comes up a lot is, hey John, you guys sent me the Omega Vert 350 juicer that I ordered, but it doesn't say HD anywhere on the box. As you can see, this is the box for the Vert 350. Nowhere does it say HD that I'm seeing. So people are wondering, John, what's up? Well, hey, let me put this box down first and tell you. Let's go back to the beginning. When Omega first came out with the Omega Vert series machines, they originally came out with the Omega Vert 330 juicer, and that's the one you see right here. Now, the Omega Vert 330 juicer had the standard screen. The standard screen is this guy right here. It's a white screen. So, this is the Vert 330, comes with the standard white screen. Now, they found out over time that the plastic was actually had a problem with the injection molding and the plastic formulation. So it did have a high problem with it breaking. So at that point then, they came out with the HD model. And let me go ahead and show you this. The HD model had the HD screen, and this is the HD screen right here. So the 350 by default came with the HD screen, so technically all 350 Vert juicers are 350 HD juicers. The HD is unspoken, so don't tell anybody. That being said, then later they came out with the 330 HD to differentiate it between the 330 non-HD, because they still make the 330 non-HD with the standard widescreen. It is less expensive, and since that time they've actually improved the plastic from breaking. So actually we have a lot less complaints about the 330 standard breaking now. That being said, they also came out with a 330 HD model with the upgraded screen. It's 8 times harder than the previous screen, and that is available for trouble-free use. So at this time, we recommend in general the HD model of whatever juicer, whether you get the 350, which is by default the HD because it has the HD screen, or the 330 HD. Although, if you don't have quite that much money, you could go for the standard 330 model that has this standard white screen in it. The white screen is still covered by the full 10-year warranty should it break due to manufacturer's defect, but not, due to abuse. Things that you can do to abuse the screen is literally stick things into the juicer other than the pusher that comes with the machine. So I see that happens occasionally to some people. Only use the pusher to push things in the machine, and actually even on the Verts, you generally shouldn't even be using the pusher to push anything in the machine. The Omega Vert juicer is definitely a good juicer, and it juices a wide variety of things. And in a second, we're going to go ahead and juice some watermelon. One of the updates that's now shipping with all Omega Vert juicers are the new collection cups. So previously, the Omega Vert came with 2 cups that looks like this. You may have seen them on my past videos. Now they're shipping 1 cup with a handle, which is to catch the juice, and they ship you a larger catch container without a handle. Now this is to catch the pulp. Generally, you make a lot more pulp than juice. But in the case of watermelon, we're going to make a lot more juice than pulp. So actually, we're going to switch these around. We're going to use this on the juice side and this on the pulp side. Next, we're going to go ahead and juice the watermelon. Now, on watermelons, you can juice the rind, skin, seeds, and all. If you do juice the skin, it's very high in chlorophyll and very good for you, but it also doesn't make your watermelon juice quite as sweet. So let's go ahead and cut this bad boy up. Now, you can juice watermelon seeds in the juicer. In the Omega Vert, you can juice seeds like cucumber seeds, apple seeds, orange seeds, tangerine seeds, grapefruit seeds, grape seeds, cantaloupe seeds, pineapple seeds. Yes, pineapples do have seeds. And the things you can't juice are pits. So things like peach pits, apricot pits, you don't want to try to juice those. That being said, you can juice cherry pits. You can do that in the Omega Vert juicer, but not any other juicer. Now, if you do want to juice cherries a lot, I wouldn't necessarily say the Omega Vert juicer is the one to do that, because juicing cherry pits is quite hard on the screen, but it will do it, a few times a year without any problem. So as you can see, this watermelon is nice and red and juicy on the inside. We're literally just going to cut this up into pieces that'll fit down the feed chute, and we're cutting this small enough to actually fit down the feed chute without using a pusher. We'll be able to just drop these pieces in. The Omega Vert 350 juicer is my #1 favorite juicer for juicing fruits. That being said, I recommend that you blend or eat your fruits whole and not juice them. When you remove the fiber from the fruits, then you have sugar water. And yes, this sugar water is way better than drinking a Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, or anything like that, but not as good as eating the whole fruit if you blend it or if you just eat it and enjoy it whole. But let's go ahead and turn this machine on and start juicing our watermelon. So here it is. There's a whole piece of the rind and all. And I like that the Omega Vert juicer is self-feeding. Literally all I did was drop it in there. I don't have to do anything else, and I could just drop the next piece in there. Now I'm gonna let that run for a second before I drop the next piece in there, and I could come over here and start cutting some more watermelon up. And that's something really important on the Omega Vert. The Omega Vert juicer is a slow juicer, runs at slow 80 RPMs, and that means you can't cram stuff into it because you're gonna overload it. So just give it some nice time to work, and it's gonna actually do a fabulous job. You can see on the pulp side, we're getting the pulp out, and this pulp is fairly dry. I'm quite happy with how the Omega Vert juicer works on the watermelon. So I'm gonna go ahead and juice up this watermelon. Now, watermelon is very high in lycopene, which is a really good antioxidant. It's very protective for us. Lycopene is also in tomatoes. Now, when using your juicer, you will probably absorb a higher level of lycopene than just by eating the fruit alone, because you are now breaking open the cell walls and releasing all those nutrients into a liquid form. And basically what the juicer is doing is pre-digesting the food for us. I mean, think about it. We are nothing more or less than juice extractors ourselves. We eat whole foods. One side comes the liquids and one side comes the solids, just like the juicer's doing. And once it is in juice state, our body could more easily absorb the nutrition from the juice and not have to deal with the fiber. That being said, fiber is also important in our diets, and I would encourage you to eat a nice large salad to get your fiber every day. So I'm gonna finish up juicing this watermelon. I'll come right back at you when I'm all done. We're just about done juicing all that watermelon, and it has made a lot of juice. Once again, watermelons are full of water. After all, they're called watermelons. They're one of the most juiciest fruits, and the Omega Vert has turned literally one whole watermelon into a whole bunch of juice with some pulp. Now, once you put the last produce item in the Omega Vert, you want to let it run a while. You don't want to just shut it off immediately because it is still actually working and getting more juice out for you. You'll know when it's finally done is when the pulp stops flowing out of the pulp outlet port here. Looks like it's pretty close to being done. We're going to go ahead and turn it off. And once you are done, sometimes I just like to tip the Omega Vert up a little bit to get some of that extra juice out. Then what we're going to do is presto changeo, switch over the pulp catch bin to the juice catch bin, so any extra drips go in with the pulp. Now we're able to drink our fresh watermelon juice. That's delicious. That's a nice, rich, full-bodied juice. Remember, the Omega Vert 350 juicer makes some of the most pulpiest juice of all the juicers on the market. So if you don't like the pulp in your juice, you could actually just strain this out, or actually pour the juice back through the machine a second time, and that'll literally be rejuicing your juice to reduce the pulp. I have an excellent video that explains that specific process for the Omega Vert. And the other thing, if you are considering purchasing Omega Vert, please be sure to watch my videos. That's actually some techniques to use to get the most out of your Omega Vert that are not explained in the instruction manual. If you don't use the Omega Vert properly, you may get poor results, including more pulp and excess backup. So hopefully you enjoyed this video learning the differences about the Omega Vert 350 and the Omega Vert 350 HD. They're the same thing. Once again, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.